It is on. It appears to be on. Let's get it on. Oh, jeez. What was that? That was a wrestling game, wasn't it? Let's get it on. Which sounds pretty gay when you think about it. Let's get it on. Bunch of lads in spandexes with big muscles and stuff like. Sounds pretty fucking gay. Okay. First things first, orientation. Oh, Tobias is getting a bit covered up there. Tilted a bit. Angles. Angles are important. Looks alright. I want you to be able to see my three amigos. I love how Boris looks. It's fucking hilarious. Looks like he doesn't have eyes. It's just a bandana covering. Oh god. Okay. As much as I like the Russians, I'm gonna need a translation. I mean, good morning, goo. How do you pronounce that phonetically? Like Vistibia or some shit like I love the Russian language. It's one of my favorites. Nostrova. Okay. I got a lot of work to do on this mech before I'm even remotely satisfied with it. And I was thinking earlier on that I might. Okay, so the spiders are like this big in the foreground. They're still quite large. I mean, if this thing is like, if we use the buildings as a reference, like these are broken down windows and, well, not windows. What would you call it? The steel framing of the buildings. Then, like those things are probably the size of like maybe like half the size of your average car or something. Don't even ask me what this is. It's fucking like wonders of doing abstract shit. Dubroy Utro. Dubroy Utro. Dubroy Utro. I mean, good, and that's good morning, is it? Dubroy Utro. Dubroy Utro. Try to say it with a Russian accent. Dubroy Utro. That'd be a funny one to do as well. It's like when we do a Nazi general one. A communist Russian one would be funny. Greetings, comrade, and welcome. The I mean, I barely do a Japanese one, really. Like, like speaking Japu and all, like, and stuff like that. Like, it's supposed to be the same then, wouldn't it? You'd be like, you just put the accent on and then say a load of shit that, like, kind of sounds like whatever. Like, greetings, comrade, and welcome to my painting. My painting struggle. Will I struggle to paint your beautiful painting? You'd pull off a tracksuit and gold chain, no problem. Yeah, but isn't that Czech? Like, I know that's Chechnya, isn't it? Which I suppose is technically Russian as well. It's like the region. But that would be a different one. Like, because with the Russian comrade one, like the communist Russia one, like there's loads of tropes you could do with that. You know, like I could paint Stalin. I could paint fucking. Literally, the only thing that came to my mind was Stalin. That's funny. So a lot of lads with like fucking Eastern European stares and mustaches, like, could paint like a fucking a gulag. Paint like I'll just paint a lot of really depressing shit. Like, greetings, comrade, and welcome to my painting show. And you just paint a lot of really depressing stuff. It's like a. Was there like what came into my mind there was like a dog, like a dog on a chain that can't reach a fucking steak or something like just horribly depressing shit like Slavic, but yeah, same but same but different. Grey bleak concrete apartments. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was just like an endless hallway of grey bleak shit with like these like emaciated people in rags fighting over like crackers. Fuck. Like, oh god. Oh fuck. Right. A frozen wasteland where a wolf is eating a deer ass first. That could be anything. That could be like the frozen parts of China. That could be Siberia. It could be some parts of America. Yeah, that could be anywhere. A rusty statue of Lenin in an alleyway. It's fucking like no, what you'd want it like to really hammer home the communist Russia thing, you'd want like the brutalist, depressing looking grey apartment block, and then loads of like skeletons and like fucking beggars and emaciated people, and then some like what look like businessmen walking to work or something, and then smack in the middle, you'd have this beautiful, spotless, like solid bronze statue of Stalin that looks like it's polished daily by 10 children. Like, printer barrow. Right. We got some tunes on. The tune. The tune to begin all tunes. Okay. Get some gray going. Sumimasen. Well, I forgot to descend into proper painting posture. How dare I? Not bad. The stool is very smooth today. Colors drip, they slide, they fall. Coffee drink now, fuel. Gesundheit. Danke. Danke, Bruder. Dankeschön. Painting goo. Painting you. Sip, sip. Rat, rat. Light. Goo. Painting goo. Beaches wet, they drip, they fall. Canvas screaming, let's paint them all. A smear smudge, a masterpiece to paint, painting goo.
It's in no wounds, it's lavish too. Characters rushed away the light. No rules, no plan, just let it do. Paint, go, painting, go. Paint good, painting good. It's in my blood, it speaks to you. Fire and gold is breaking through. Go, painting go.
Hey, Margie. I'm good. How are you? Ah, stop it, Usama. What do you mean we can relax now? Every time you get here, it makes me very on edge. I don't know if I'm going to be hit by a giant maple leaf or some shit like. Canadians are very unpredictable. Unless, of course, it has something to do with being gay, you know?
Colors replace like they fall. Coffee drink never fuel for more. My hands are messy, my mind's a zoo. Paint, paint, painting
Imagine how hilarious that would be as like a weapon of mass destruction. Just like a giant maple leaf just like slowly landing on a thing. We love booby trapping. What kind of booby trap?
Bitches what they drip, they fall. Cupid screaming, let's paint them all.
Like I'm pretty sure that's just code for you all like cross-dressing.
just let it do. Fight, go, fighting, go. Fight, go, fighting, go. It's in my blood, it speaks to you. Light and bolt, it's breaking through. Fight, go, fighting, go.
Let me see. I'm in a metal mood today. That's not metal. But Canadians are supposed to be the sweet people. Too sweet. Too fucking sweet. So sweet, it's poisonous. Canadians were known for putting hockey pucks in the asses of their prisoners during World War. Jesus Christ. That's one way to get a confession. Like, fuck. Hey, you, eh? You're gonna tell us where your base is, eh? I'm gonna put this puck up your ass, eh? Like, fucking. Jesus Christ. Tell us where the base is, or we insert this in you. That's what I imagine. Imagine how like unnerving it'd be to be tortured by a Canadian. It'd be like exceedingly polite and really like, you know, it just sounds really like what was it, like the opposite of intimidating, like unintimidating. They're like fucking like soft spoken and polite, like, do you know what I mean? Hey, so okay, we're just gonna ask you some questions, eh? And if you don't give us the answers we want, eh, we're gonna stick up this puck up your ass, eh? Really slowly, eh? We're not gonna use any lube, eh? Like, like, dude just sits in front of you and just has a hockey puck, and like just presents it. It's like, you know what we're gonna do, eh? Better answer the fucking questions, eh? So simple yet terrifying. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, what about the Trumpets of God one? I think we only listened to a few of them that time. Some biblical metal? Oh no, there's only one of them here. Where's the legend and lore one? I think that's like more of them. Where's the legends and lore one? I think that's the biblical. Yeah, there we go. Legend and lore. There's 9 of them. Like the Nazgul. Sorry, eh? Bite down on this, eh? They give you another hockey puck to bite down on. Well, like put one up your ass.
Ancient whispers carved in stone. Giants tread where men can roam. Their shadows dark, their hunger vast. A world of flesh, a world to cast. Taxes rise, the great trees fall. The heavens watch, they the roots must bleed. Giants rise in their endless greed. The flood will cleanse, the earth shall wail and waters deep. The mighty fail. Mountains tremble, forests weep. The great
The only biblical medal that I know of is what was put in Jesus' wrist and feet. Jeez, that's intense, Margie.
now brought to heel.
Margie dropping bars.
Sharp and steel. Axes rise up, great trees fall. The giant
Margie spitting bars.
it claims them all. Cut them down. The roots must bleed. Giants rise in their endless greed. The flood will cleanse, the earth shall wail in waters deep. The mighty fail.
I know you're sweet, Margie. You can't have all those grandkids and all those kids and all that whips and shit if you don't have an edge to you.
Sky split open, river of ash, fire in the north, thunder crash. Realms awake with 1,000 stares, no sealed thought, no whispered prayer, blinkless sight in burning rings. Every heaven let us sing. Wheels within wheels, eyes like knives, cold on reels. It waits when it leaves must kneel. Love and wrath in living still. Judgment rolls eyes before me, eyes behind, eyes that weigh the heart and mind. See the crown, the thief, the lie. See the reason, see the why. No escaping dark or light. Truth is seen, perfect sight. Cold and real. Mercy waits when the needs must kneel. Love and wrath in living still. Judgment rolls
I don't think you sent the link. No, I'll check now. No. The last thing that was put in was the was the piss or not to piss song, which turned out to be fucking hilarious. The song's hilarious. Maybe it's maybe just one more layer up here at the back, maybe.
still. They move.
There, got it there. Engraved in fire, the names no man speaks. Chains of shadow curl, the weak grow weak. Whispers crawl where the darkness weeps. The rain commands, obedience decrees.
virgin scorch calling Solomon's name. Secrets of heaven, secrets of death, open beneath the seal. In iron we trust, living in the grave. Solomon, a kingdom of light. The seal, the power to his name. The demons of night.
I got stuck in mud yesterday and my son had to come home with his 4-wheel drive truck and pull me out. I was too late for my doctor appointment, so oh way. Yeah, well, obviously it was meant to happen, you know, everything happens for a reason. At least he was able to come get you out.
Chains of the curse that lock every heart. Silent screams and molten cries. Under the rain, the fallen rise. Every shadow whispers a sharpened command. Life and death twisted in his hand. The world shakes, the heavens stare. All spirits bow, none dare compare. Living in the grave, Solomon, a kingdom of light. The seal, the power to his name. The demons of night. Blood and fire, iron and stone. King of the spirits, the ring is unknown. Living in the grave, the deal is cast. Power eternal, shadows unmasked. Seal of God, crown of dread. Chains of night beneath his tread. Temple rises, the darkness quakes. Solomon stands. What the ring awaits.
Yeah, Solomon sounds like a badass. All these demons run about the place and make myself a nice ring. Fuck them all. Just like turns around to his alchemist, his magician, and his like metallurgist, and is like, you, and you, make me a ring. Don't ask questions.
All of heaven's word, marked from old. Lion soul. something to eat. And out of the strong came sweetness, his little bleeds to seed. Jumbo swings 1,000-fold. Spirit rises, crushing all. Samson, a weapon born. No king, no throne. The record is good, locked and chained. Still the vows to the flame. One last pair of pillars split. Kingdoms die where he sits. Samson, a weapon born. No king, no throne. The record
Some of these are fucking bangers. Oh, excuse me. Show me bosses.
he walked a line not bent by kings. Measured his days against the law of breath. Judgment whispered in the turning of things. He named the signs of coming death. Not favored by blood or crown, but by weight of word and truth. He spoke what heaven showed him plainly, and time itself bore proof. The years grew loud with ending sounds. The air grew tight with flame. He said the hour was marked and counted. The wind already knew his name. Caught in the whirlwind, lifted clean. Fire in the gears between. Not dead, not gone, just unseen. Pulled through the sea, the sky. He warned them all, the hour draws near. The ground will not hold fast. Waters wait above the veil of air. Not until the seals are cracked. They gather thick like watching dust. Eyes fixed where he stood still. He stepped forward without terror. Into force no flesh could will. Caught in the whirlwind, iron and fire. Spinning like a hidden choir. Where the waters climb higher, where the firmament seals the sky. Clouds collapsed into motion and sound. Precious screen
I
without
think the color palette on this one is a bit off.
left, no falling down. Removal by consuming
It's not popping like I want it to.
rose inside the turning mass. Carried, not destroyed. treasured bounds where breath is unemployed. No tombstone, no dust, just wind in the sky. They ran behind the roaring force, calling out in broken fear. But strength cannot invade the source that only judgment clears. The ground refused their reaching hands, the air would not obey. What took the one who walked the line would not take those who stray. Caught in the whirlwind, beyond the veil, where the living cannot sail. Caught in a no ending written in the earth below, no echo of a final breath. Only wind that still remembers a man who walked past death. Stone mouths, begging for breath, blind eyes, ears both deaf. My father's house reeks of lies. Gods that rot, the crack turn to dust. Gods that eat the word, command a man knees to bend. Heaven does not dwell in wood, and fire will answer to me. I watch the crowd bow low to nothing. Stars wait on a tyrant's tongue. Nimrod's throne fed by trembling lips, by power sung, by terror sung. He said, choose life, just bend once more. I chose the unseen flame. If truth must burn to speak its name, then let it speak through pain. Cast out into the
Funny that most of my news comes from Vox BB and Asmongold now. It's mad, isn't it? Ah, Dick Fordu! Welcome.
all shall know the Lord has declared. Bound tight with cords of mortal will, drag where screams had sealed the air. Yours furnace roared like judgment's mouth, iron heat, no mercy there. They hurled me down to prove their gods, to crown their lies as law. But what they fed the fire with caused the fire itself to withdraw. The ropes turned to ash, my flesh stood whole, the blaze bent low, then broke, and fell dead at the furnace lip while I walked through the smoke. Cast out into the flame, a tyrant's judgment for my name. Spit out the fire, tame, all shall know the Lord has declared.
The goo is indeed flowing, my brother.
Watched face split in two, waited for proof too late. One God's face before the sign, one choice seals your fate. The fire remembers hesitation, it does not spare the torn. You buried one more corpse that day, but I lost its depth. I walked away from ash and scream, from idols, crowns, and blame. This was not the end of fire. This was where the path began. Cast out into the flame, a tyrant's judgment for my name. Spit out the fire, tame, all shall know the Lord has me clean.
Yeah, I haven't had a copyright strike in ages. Apart when fucking Emmanuel was like, play the World Awards fucking the War of the Worlds fucking soundtrack and all. That was the first copyright strike I got in fucking ages. Which is just hilarious to me, like. So fucking funny. But yeah, it's cool, alright. We are San Copyrighted. And the tunes have been lit and hilarious.
Run like prey to armies at our back. Pray, staff stretched out, the waters crack. Set the boar, the deep stands apart. Follow the path, the capeside's the sea holds still at the lifted hand. Creation waits for the last command. Mercy moves, but judgment stays. Every step narrows the way. Checkmate, the board is set. They step too far and the world collected. Checkmate, no blade, no flame. Creation closed and swallowed their names.
I mean, where else are you gonna find biblically inspired heavy metal while I paint heavy metal?
The deep remembers weight and sin. The tide leaves it. Won't let them win. The walls bend forward. The exit ends forward. The deep obeys. Creation decides who stays. Checkmate, the sea came down, not in rage, but law unbound. Checkmate, no one escapes when earth and water sail the gate. Breath returns. Stone erased. The sea resets. Mate.
I like that one. Checkmate's cool.
Checkmate.
They're all good. It's an excellent playlist. Wait till Suno version 6 going to be a whole new ball game. Oh, I can't imagine it. Like when you be able to blend the two together, you have a visual one. Isn't there one? There's a visual one called Loomis or something that I've seen advertised on Facebook, or Lumino or some shit like. And like you can just record yourself doing something, and then like AI can replace. It can like you can like record yourself in your kitchen in a chair, and like pretend that you're in a cockpit of a spaceship, and then AI will make it look like you're in a cockpit of a spaceship, like, and it's like you know it's fairly obvious that it's not real, but it's close enough that it's kind of scary. Nothing like finding out a plastic bag is in a bus toilet by announcing its exit in a tidal wave of blue-brown water. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh.
Truth doesn't need the mouth. One altar broken clean. 12 stones name what you've unseen. Water poured till hope is drowned. No escape, no hidden ground. One breath spoken, not a scream. Fire, tears, the in between. Fire beats the stone. Drinks the trench. Leaves no bone. Fire touches names. Ashes preach. No voice. No answer, no attention.
Days like this, I thank God for Bleach. Oh, God.
Silence was the verdict cast. Fire spoken, burn the past.
Feels like we've listened to a few of them. No, still one more? Oh, this is the last one. Trumpets of the God. Trumpets of God. If I had any say in it, Desmondo would have an army of minions in the next realm. All the people who he had to clean up after. Yeah.
Sealed gates, choking dust. Kings hide behind mud and stone. Whispers of the sea split wide. Your god's already overthrown. 7 days of grinding feet, no seeds blade, no flame. Arc of thunder, oath of blood. Silence screaming your name. Ram's horn breath of judgment. Earth holds its breath in fear. Trumpets of God, noise the ark. Trumpets of God, raise the mark. Trumpets of God, ring the ground. Trumpets of God, walls come down. Scarlet cord on the sinner's wall, mercy marked in red. Faith crawls out of the rubble while the king is crushed instead. Gold and iron, not for hands, all belongs to flame. First victory is not for men, it's sworn to a higher name. Trumpets of God, march the ark. Trumpets of God, raise the mark. Trumpets of God, take the gold. Trumpets of God, walls come down. One man steals from the fire, hides the curse in dirt. Small town rises, Israel bleeds, disobedience cuts first. Stones fall hard on stolen gold, judgment doesn't sleep. Victory rots when faith breaks rank, the ground remembers thieves. No wrong, no wall, no case. Trumpets of God, march the ark. Trumpets of God, raise the mark. Trumpets of God, shake the ground. Trumpets of God, walls come down. Cursed be the hands that rebuild what God erased in dust. The land opens by command. Not still, but trust.
Das ist ein guten Album, ja. Bye, Margie. Enjoy your. What was it? I was about to say art class. Hope everything goes well at the doctor's. That's what I meant to say. Trumpets of God. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Where's the. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Check out the new playlist. I have this one. This is the one I was going to stick on. Oh, right. You put to piss or not to piss on it. Okay. Try harder. War of the Goo World. Okay, all right. So it's a more complete version of the Painting Goo one. Cool. You're trying to hurt me. That's hilarious. Yeah, this is the one with the Painting Goo intro song on it and all. Like, I know it's not Monday, but I want to listen to this. This is a fucking hilarious tune. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit better. It sticks out more. I don't want to leave it orange though. It needs more. Some of the shapes I'm not satisfied with. Fuck this. I'm growing impatient.
has let down his master defender. For this disgraceful act his afro shall be shaved,
Poor Micah.
and endure eternal banishment.
Banishment.
Winds of exile strip the soul bare, names erased in frozen graves. Rose core calls with the hollow throat, where Mondays never end in dream. Monday, eternal unclean. Shame unseen. Cast out, betrayed. Buried in
More Monday. Metal's so good it'll make you love Mondays.
alarm like a blade through the skull. Gray light leaks the coven of dawn. Coffee tastes like rust and regret. Another roast wanna suffer on. Doors are laughing, walls are closing. Brave days of yesterday's signs. I crawl from dreams into judgment. Monday guards the power from within. Kneel before the iron hand. The word scream the floor. This day has come to claim it's to end. It will take so much more. Monday, drive screaming into the night. Monday, curse of the endless grind.
Let the afro shaving of shame come in.
Mercy, no escape.
Banishment is even worse than banishment. Banishment. Sounds hilarious. Banishment. It sounds hilarious.
Eyes cast down in broken pride.
I'm fucking hating this mech.
The oath is shattered, trust undone.
Don't like this shit at all.
The master's wrath will not subside.
Looks terrible.
Defender rose speaks the law. Still in every word he breathes.
I've got an idea.
Their mark of shame will be torn away by teeth. Day of disgrace and fire. Judge, sailor, empire. Your dawn condemns us all.
Right, we've got spiders. We need a nest. There's me looking at the laptop and not the phone.
Clefoni has let down
Right,
his
fuck the mech.
For this disgraceful act his afro shall be shaved and endure eternal banishment to the
It's the name of my next album. Fuck the mech.
winds of exile strip the soul bare, names erased and frozen screams. Brusco calls with a hollow throat where Mondays never end in dreams. Eternal unclean Monday, shame-shamed, unseen Monday, cast out, betrayed Monday, buried in Monday.
That's the outro. I can't be playing that one. You can't be playing the outro now. Jesus. We'll stick on the piss or not to piss thing because it's fucking hilarious.
I only came in to take a piss. Door creaked like it hadn't forgiven anyone. And out of the dark comes a voice. We're close. What were you thinking? Christ above. The place looked dead. 10 years before it died. Who does that, he says. Walks in and takes a piss. Like I kicked the priest or pissed on his father's name. Are you sick in the head? The science is closed for business. So does the whole fucking town. But we're still standing, aren't we? Dust on the taps, chairs stacked like gravestones. He's minding ghosts and I'm caught short. Two men in the dead pub arguing over what's left. Closed for business, but the mouth still runs. Lights around.
That version is nowhere near as good as the other version. And yes, it is time for the phrase of Deo. Actually, that was 27 minutes ago. Fuck me, I've been going a lot longer than I thought I have. Fuck the Mech, a very Japanese album. I fucking love Meku. How much do you love Meku, Hadachi? I really love Meku. Like, that's actually hilarious. A very Japanese album. Fuck the Mech. They would and all. And when the technology gets really good, you probably would too, because you wouldn't be able to tell the fucking difference. Until you got in there and you're like, God, that's cold. Wasn't that in fucking... Oh no, that was a hologram. I was about to say, wasn't that in The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Remember that in The Sixth Day? With fucking that gobshite actor. The only movie I know that fucking Egypt from is Metro with Eddie Murphy, and he played like a sniper. And he was actually all right in that. He didn't really do a lot. He didn't really do a lot in fucking the 6th Day, did he? But you remember if fucking Arnie goes to his gaff and he sits down in this chair and this fucking hologram comes on. It's like, hey, honey, you're home. And starts like undoing his belt and all. I remember thinking, even as a kid, like, I remember being like, how does a hologram undo your zipper? That doesn't make any sense. The thing was undoing my zipper. Right, okay, yeah. We'll make we'll just make it a fuckload of spiders coming out of a fucking we'll make it like techno-organic. Techno-organic. Biomechanical. That's the word I'm looking for. We'll make it biomechanical. And that way we can still have the spiders look all mechanical. Easily solved. Easily solved. Now it just looks like a big shit landed in the middle of a city. Is that Mumbai? Best movie he was in was Deep Blue Sea, where he gets violently eaten. He was in Deep Blue Sea? I don't remember him being in Deep Blue Sea. Thomas Jane's in that, isn't he? And fucking isn't Samuel L. Jackson in that? There's a rapper. Isn't LL Cool J in that? Or am I thinking of the wrong one? No, I think I am thinking of Deep Blue Sea. The genetically altered fucking great white that's like ridiculously intelligent and huge. But there's also like other ones. There's also other genetically altered sharks and stuff. I remember I remember fuck all of that. I remember the scene where Samuel L. Jackson gets killed. It's hilarious. Decent jump scare. I remember the bit where Thomas Jane blows it up at the end. Spoiler alert: the shark gets blown to smithereens. Yeah, it's that one. I don't remember that fucking Egypt being in that movie. I like. There's not a lot of people that no. Well, I don't hate him. I don't know, but like, really don't like that guy. I think he's like a piece of shit. Like that. Because he got very vocal on social media over the last like 7 odd years, and he was talking about all sorts of stuff from COVID and like the gay shit and all, like, and I think he was like a Trump hater, wasn't he? He had like Trump derangement syndrome, like. I don't even know the guy's name, but what a faggot! Like, what an ugly, retarded faggot. He just seemed like such a fucking absolute douchebag. But anyway, there's no timer for today's phrase of day. With the help of my feathery friend, Tobias Beakus Cross, I shall announce today's phrase of the day. With a ding of my tiny donga, with a mighty songa, I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortals of your dirty, filthy chi, and allow it to flow freely, as I announce today's phrase of the day. I forgot what today's phrase of the day was. It's actually a good one. It's actually a good one. That's not to say that many of them haven't been good. Oh, fuck, I'm tired. Veganism is not bloodless, just better at hiding the bodies. That's why I said it's actually a good one, because it's not funny. It's just like 100% true. It's a good phrase. Like, veganism is not bloodless, just better at hiding the bodies. I suppose it would also apply to vegetarianism, wouldn't it? I don't get vegetarians either. Like even guys like Jake Shields. Like as much as I like Jake Shields, there's like I've been watching a lot of his um podcasts and stuff, and like some of the stuff he says, I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. Like obviously he's a hell of a lot more base than most people, especially what he's trying to do with his channel and stuff. Like, but like I just the whole methylene blue stuff and some of the peptides and shit and all like I don't like it's very similar to man Paul Joseph Watson. It's like you have these people who are like, all up for speaking the truth in quotes, but then they take money from all of these sponsors of these like corporations and businesses and stuff that like and obviously I could be wrong. I mean, somebody could put evidence in front of me that methylene blue is really good for you and all this fucking shit. It's called methylene blue though. Like I don't think anything with the word meth in it is probably like really good for you. Like again, could be wrong. I don't do research into these things. I don't have the fucking time, or the interest. The world is so fucked up these days, and I've been lied to and betrayed and gaslit so many fucking times that like I just go with my like good instinct. Because the amount of times that I didn't, the amount of times that like when I look back retrospectively at things, I'm like, why didn't I listen to that little voice that was like, there's something smells off here. Like, it's called methylene blue. Like, it's like, oh, that shit just makes me laugh. Like the first thing I thought of was the blue method of Breaking Bad. I was like, was that subliminal programming or something like? Because think about it, right? Like these people who make big money, do you think like they don't care what side of things you're on? All they care about is if they can suck your energy. I was watching this really good video there the other day on YouTube about pendulums, and it's like I'd never heard them described like that, but it's a great way to describe it. The whole demons, parasitic entities, like cosmic energetic entities, life forms, maybe even you could describe them as like that. You can't see, taste, hear, touch, but they're there, and like that's what these things are, in my opinion, is like anything that is like anything that's like wholly successful, like you'd probably see a lot of libtards using methylene blue as well or something. Like, to me it's like these things that get really big out of nowhere and you see people like sponsored by it and stuff. Like I just don't trust any of it. I don't trust any of it. When I see something that's like that sets off my pattern recognition like that, where I'm just kind of like, like the AI ads on Rumble are fucking hilarious. All the stuff about like, I'm only gonna put this ad up a few more times because the diabetes industry is like, terrified of this 27-second recipe that gets rid of your type 2 diabetes, and all it is like, what is it, fucking like warm water and cinnamon or something. Like, don't get me wrong, there's probably like a fucking health benefit to it, I don't have any fucking cinnamon lying around, but like I'd try it. Like, I'm all up for a homeopathy and like stuff that you can just like do yourself with basic ingredients. Totally down for that shit. Like, but the selling point, the FOMO they give you, the selling point of it, the fact that it's obviously AI and all, like, and they say stuff like, this 7-second recipe, will reduce your A1C levels to 4, and after that they'll never go above 4% again. It's like I don't know anything about diabetes. I don't know. I don't know shit about diabetes. Never had diabetes. Don't want diabetes. But like the second I hear like the way that sentence is constructed, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe people who have type 2 diabetes understand what A1C levels are because like that's something that they have to know. But like um I've never heard that before. A1C, like I've heard all sorts of illnesses before. I've never heard A1C levels. And it's one of those things where like it's like when they're trying to sell you fucking you know these ads for the fucking female shampoo, like Garnier Proactive 9 has all this like, and they just say a lot of scientific jargon. That it's like it's got this and it's got this and it's got that and it's got like methylene blue and it's like really good for your hair and all. Like it's like nobody knows what that means. Like it's got illusory bicarbonate 10, and like your hair love it. Like it's like what the fuck. Like you may as well just be like, it's really good for your hair. Trust me, bro. Like, I hate that shit. If you can't sell me something on very, very, very like mundane, basic principles, like here's my product. It does this. Here's the proof it does this. Like, just show it. You know, and then like this is why it costs this much because I have to get this and this in bulk and then make it myself. Do you know what I mean? Like it's unless you can actually just go bang 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 of like this is why you should buy it, this is what it does, so on and so forth, this is how much it costs this much because it contains these ingredients, like fucking buy anything. Like it's ridiculous. Right, today's bonus Polak joke. I didn't even read this one. I totally forgot earlier on. A group of Polacks. Your grammar fails you, brother. A group of Polacks is in a scrapyard. That should be a group of Polacks are in a scrapyard, isn't it? Yeah? Or am I retarded right now? Is it one of those days where I'm retarded? Is it my turn to be the tard? A group of Polacks are in a scrapyard. One is screaming into a rusty iron pipe. Sorry, I can't even get. This one's so funny, I can't even finish it. Like, one is screaming into a rusty iron pipe, and the others are hitting a car with wrenches. Today, this group is known as the band Behemoth. I've never heard of Behemoth, and I didn't know they were Polish. But just the idea of some Polish guy in a scrapyard screaming into a rusty pipe, like that alone makes me laugh. Like, could you imagine you're in a scrapyard and you hear this like weird fucking noise and you try and find the source of it, and then, like you just find some Polish dude out of his face on vodka sitting on the ground like a toddler with an rusty iron pipe, and he's just like, ah! Oh, the imagery of that is fucking hilarious. Screaming into a rusty iron pipe. To what end? Like, what will that do? Like, apart from, potentially give you like tetanus, depending on how hard you scream and for how long. Oh fuck, that's hilarious. I'm tired of these motherfucking sharks in this motherfucking sea. Best Sam Jackson line. Like, that's hilarious. I'm tired of these motherfucking sharks in this motherfucking sea. The Snakes on a Plane was pretty funny. I remember the graphics being terrible. Like, it was so blatantly obvious that all the snakes were fake. Like there was that one scene with the gay, the like flaming gay. What are they called? Air hostess. He fucking was a hostess. Where they're arguing over, like, they're trying to take a picture of the snake and send it to someone. And to like because they want to know what anti-venom they should use, and one of them is like, it's blue, and one of them is like, it's green. What kind of blue is it? Well, it's kind of a dark green or whatever. And then the gay air hostess guy, it's like, it's teal. Like, that genuinely made me laugh. When like he like puts his hand up, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's teal. It's like, of course the faggot would know exactly what color that is. That greenish blue like tone. Oh, it's fucking funny. Did you ever see not Shaq? What's that fucking thing? Shaft. Did you ever see the Shaft movie with Samuel L. Jackson? It's actually hilarious. It's decent, like, but it's so funny. It's like, it's basically just Samuel L. Jackson being Samuel L. Jackson in a movie. It's so funny. Freeze, motherfucker! Like, leave it to the homo to know colors. I know. That's what I like. The amount of times I've picked up a color. You know, like I would call lilac purple. I'd call it like light purple, but it's not. It's lilac. Like, should it like I'm an artist. Like I'm literally a professional artist. Like I may not be a very wealthy one, but I've literally been paid. Like people have paid me to do art stuff and paint shit and design things. People have bought my work. I'm literally a professional artist. Like, having said that, fairly low tier. But like I haven't got a clue about the colors. Like if somebody was like, what kind of blue is that? I wouldn't know about, oh, it's definitely like ultramarine blue or some shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? I'd be like, I don't know, it's like halfway between navy and like medium blue. I don't know. Like, what's medium blue? Like, oh man, rich blue? I don't fucking know. Like, you know, a professional autist too. Yeah, I mean, probably. Not that I've ever been diagnosed, but like, I most assuredly would be diagnosed with some kind of tism or spectral fucking diagnosis. Like, I always thought that shit. Like, I was saying that to someone there the other day. Is like, the reason they made it a spectrum is so that it can apply to anyone. Like, that's the same thing. It's like, it's the same thing as the Incredibles thing with syndrome. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, when everyone's super, no one will be. Yeah, well, when everyone's retarded, no one will be. Like, you know, like, I suppose it's the opposite. Like, when no one is allowed to be called retarded, then everybody will be retarded. Oh, it's a spectrum. It's like, what the fuck do you mean it's a spectrum? Like, so what's at one end of the spectrum? Is one end of the spectrum not autistic, and the other end of the spectrum is like like full autism? like how do you put mental deficiency on a fucking scale? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason they came up with different, like, this one's an idiot, this one's retarded, this like retarded implies that you could be better. Like, so it's like, okay, you just haven't learned like certain things. Like, do you know what I mean? It's perfect. Like, you know, to retard flames and all these things. You know, it's like you've been held back. You've been like, and people used to like literally get held back in school. I remember that. I remember like kids wouldn't. Like, and then when you it's like, it's so bad actually when you think about it. Like, that would like really fuck you up. Like, but it did happen where like a person that was supposed to go from like fifth class to like, they did it in primary school as well. I think there was a kid in primary school that was held back and ended up in our class. I can't remember. Could be wrong. I think that happened. But the more I think about it, I'm like, no, that didn't happen. It was it definitely happened in secondary school though. When I was in secondary school, there was this guy who got held back a year because he was just like, you know, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't do the exams. He was always doing shit or whatever. So they literally held him back a year and they put him in our year. I think it was when like we went into fourth year or fifth year or something. He got held back and put in with us, and he was sound. He was funny. He had a good sense of humor and all. Like you seemed like an alright bloke. Like, um, but like that's what like. I was like thinking about it. I was like, imagine how fucking like, as far as like the social aspect of that for like, because think about it, you're still a teenager, and like the most important thing in a teenager's life, way more important than school. Typically, you get those fucking retards that think like, oh my test results are the most important thing in my life, and then they fail an exam and they hang themselves or OD on drugs or like have a mental breakdown or some shit like. And like, don't get me wrong. I mean, most of that is down to the parents being absolute monsters. Can you imagine pressuring your child that much to succeed in life academically, that you give them the impression that if they don't succeed academically, that they're going to be like homeless or some shit. Like like the shit we've collectively done to each other as human beings is so much worse than half the shit that allegedly is done to us by like supernatural cosmic beings. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so fucked up. Like, I was retarded in school. I genuinely thought in primary school that I was like fucking stupid because I didn't understand. I didn't understand certain like um what would you call it, like certain concepts where like so they tell you something and like I'd look around and all the other kids were like but you could tell they were just repeating it. I remember it was really funny where I got stuck on the and this was like a language thing for me. I was like the words where and where, so where were you? It's one of those English things that like is kind of, on the one hand the English language is fantastic and amazing, and then on the other hand the English language is absolute dog shit language, because it's like all you do is put an H in between the E and the W and it turns into a completely different thing. It's like location versus time. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like total separate category, and all you do is put an H in it. Like, where were you? Like, when? Like, I remember sitting there just being like, so that one's the. Okay, what? Like in my mind, it was like, why wouldn't you just use a completely different word? Because it's a completely different category of question. Instead of where did you place the wrench? I put it in the desk drawer. Where was the wrench? It was in the desk drawer. Like, and then you wear clothes. I was clothes. It's like, no, you wear clothes. You switch out. You swap the R and the E around. You put an A in there. Like, and now we're talking about stuff that you have on your person. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, it sounds exactly the same, but it's spelled different. That's why I love all those black comedy jokes about ebonics in the English language and all this shit. Well, is it Cat Williams when he's going mad about like about knife and night and all, like, like night as in time of day, night as in guy like in a suit of armor. And then fucking knife. It's like, sir, that is knife. Do not play around. Like, why is it got a K in it? Like, although it's a silent P, it's a silent B, it's a silent K. Like, what the fuck? Like, knock. Oh man, so funny. I'd fucking hate to be a foreigner learning English. It'd be fucking brutal. Absolutely brutal. Like, because it does. Like, a lot of it makes absolutely no sense. Like it makes sense once it's explained. It makes sense, like, why that's done, like, to denote the difference between this and stuff and all. But it's like, just come up with a new word. Like, we're all beginning to learn now that the Germans were right about a lot of shit. Like, if you need a new word for this, it's like, well, why don't we just take this word and put it together? So much simpler. And they're right, it fucking is. Like, the only thing then comes the problem of one, spelling it, and two, saying the fucking thing. Like, ein Bibliothekennasenflügen. like, like you have words that are literally like an alphabet in length. Like, like there's, what was it, 26 letters in the alphabet or 24, 26 or something? You have like German words that are like literally that long. Like, it's one fucking word. I fucking love them. There's plenty of silent Ks that abuse their silent Ps. That's hilarious. Oh god. Fucking hell. There's a lot of paint on this now. And make the fucking will we stick with orange for the spiders? Or will we change them now that the hive has been changed? I mean, a beehive isn't the same color as bees, you know? So there's that. Could make the hive all like brown and red with some of those greens coming out of it and shit, and just have these like bright fucking yellow orange bugs coming out of it. Kind of cool. The mech was pissing me off. It's one of like the mechs are one of my favorite fucking things. Like, I love mecha as in like the anime Japanese style mechs. And then stuff like, you know, like Western mechs, like you have like, you know, Mech Warrior, this like franchise Mech Warrior. Um, they're really difficult to design and make them look like really cool looking and like they make sense and stuff. Which makes sense because like they need to be like there has to be a like an engineering purpose behind some of the shit, like, do you know what I mean? Because otherwise it's just gonna look like, even with the Transformers in the modern series, like, you know, not so much in the cartoons really, but like, you know, it's like if they just went totally abstract and make them look whatever, like, you know, like as cool as possible, like it wouldn't make sense to the human eye. You'd be like, you know, your mind would realize, at least most of us would. Some retards wouldn't give a fuck. Um, but when it comes to like mechanical shit, it's a completely different process because like there has to be some sort of structure that makes sense from an engineering standpoint, because your mind and your eyes and your ears know that it's metal. So if like it's like one of those things where like if you have something that's supposed to be a big robot and it's like chasing someone down a hallway and it's not putting like big holes in the ground, and like when it turns a corner it doesn't like annihilate the corner of a building and shit like that. Like, if those things don't happen, you know, it doesn't get scratch marks and all this stuff, and it doesn't sound right and all. Like, it's a lot difficult. It's a lot more difficult to do. It's really easy to typically, in a different way, like to do organisms, to do organic shit, because there's so many different types of organisms and that we know of, that we've seen, and a lot of it, like, you know, you could like you'd never know what the inside of a dog looked like until you saw the inside of a dog. Like, even with a human being, like, you know, if you look at a human being, your your mind isn't looking at that from like a engineering standpoint, like, you know. Like, when you look at most creatures or organisms, there's loads of things about us that look fucking weird. Like, I used to think it was like really creepy and disgusting when cameras would zoom in on ants and you see all the little tiny hairs sticking out their heads and legs and shit. Like, you're just like, ugh, the fuck. Um, I find that fascinating, the differences between like the aspects of design. Right. going to give these things another layer of white, and I might actually make them yellow again, so that they like pop in comparison to the hive. And we still have some of the structure of the robot in there. I might use that. Stick some like hexagonal fucking shapes on this thing. Try and put some layers in it so it looks like it's glowing or something like. It's funny, isn't it, how like, because I don't like do a sketch, because I don't plan these things, I can either like shit one out in 2 hours, especially lately, or I could spend a week on one, depending on how it turns out. I kind of like that though. It literally is like each one is its own beast, you know. Like I spent a while on Mighty Bitey, didn't I? Although I think didn't the holidays come into play on that one? Or like I took time off because it was the holidays and then came back and finished Mighty Bitey. Can't remember. Oh fuck. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna be ending it in 10 minutes anyway. I want to make the dinner, get to bed early. I thankfully did get some sleep last night. Went to bed like relatively early, and I didn't wake up till like 10:30. And when I woke up, it felt like my eyes had been glued together. I was like, like some fucking bits. But I did get some sleep. Thank fuck. It's so much easier to do organisms. It really is so much easier. You just play around with it and all. Especially when you're like me and you have like a lot of reference points because you like grew up looking at like the Discovery Channel and shit. And you just like have all of these animals in your head and roughly what they look like and what they're shaped like and shit. I want to get really good at robots though. You sounded more rested today? Oh yeah, man, I was in bits yesterday. I don't know why, well, I do know why that I couldn't get to sleep on Sunday. Sunday, Monday, what day is today? Tuesday? Yeah, fucking Sunday night, I just couldn't get to sleep. I've noticed a pattern where like it's like a combination of what's going on in my life at the time, and then like if the moon is like really bright, like if there's an intense moon, I find it incredibly difficult to just go to sleep. Like I feel like I'm just like wired, and there is that saying like he's like wired to the moon. I don't know, like I've noticed that a lot, like that, like those nights where like I can't seem to just turn my mind off. I'll look out the window and I'm just like, the moon is intense, like. And that was the case Sunday night. But anyway. Right. Oh fuck. Did I get paint all over my face there? Be good. Be true. Oh, fuck. And be beautiful. And most importantly, pay for painting you. Filthy mortar scum. And I should see us tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the volunteer thing. Because your man's going to be there for a few days, but like different, like, I need to catch a lift to get to him. But there's going to be different people going. So I don't know if I'm just going to wait till Friday till your man Brendan's around, or if I'll catch a lift off someone else tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But yeah, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Sayonara, my beloved Japanite.